fourth, second. Not much move, is there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that's close.
I'm making excuses here.
You make excuses.
Like fifth to fourth, right? Or fifth to second. There's not a lot of difference. I'm just saying. Short shifters, they're to blame.
No.
Definitely not driver error. Okay, so just to recap quickly for anyone who didn't see the last video or can't remember, the current state of things is the front bumper is not on yet. The passenger side wheel arch is not quite in properly yet, because this wing is still not quite in the right place. It's very close, but it's not quite there. I need to get the oil cooler mounted properly. This is going to be one of the more challenging bits, because we've got to make up a custom bracket for it to sit on, and also try and get this to fit properly again. This is just like a little custom bit of ducting that Fensport put on. This came in today, which is the mounting bracket, or the surround, or whatever you want to call it, for the passenger side headlight, so I can finally get that on properly. Also, I've taken the plastic bit out the back of here, so there's no longer a plastic surround there. You see how there is on that side, there's this bit of plastic. So hopefully the front bumper is going to fit now, but I don't know. Moment of truth, I guess. Let's find out. Okay, so I'm going to go and take it for a quick test drive. Front bumper is now on properly. Finally managed to get that lined up as it should be. Still waiting for the brake cooling duct things to arrive, but again, I can test drive it without them on. That's not too big of an issue. To be honest, I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. Like round here, before there was a massive gap there when we were first trying to fit it. First of all, I'm just going to run all the new coolant through the radiator, bleed that, and yeah, then it's time to test it out. Okay, it's all running, the coolant is all run through the system. I think I've got all the air bubbles and everything out. So it's time to go take this for a spin. I'm quite worried that there's going to be something wrong with the geometry of the steering setup, or the track rod ends or something. We'll see. As long as the wheel don't fall off or anything really bad happens, then it's fine. I'm so nervous right now, like every little noise, every kind of movement in the steering, I'm just like, did it used to do that? Is that a problem? Is that something I need to worry about? Should I stop? I mean, it feels okay. The gearbox still works, that's one thing. There's some noises coming from down there, but I think that's just because the wheel arch lining isn't in, so you probably hear a little bit more than you normally would.
Bit of whistling about.
Similar on the other side. But no, this is really slowing down. Something sounds like it's all grinding a bit. Like
Oh wait, is that supposed to be on something?
yeah, that's supposed to be on the headlight washer.
Alright, okay.
That's what I mean, there's loose stuff that's going
Yeah.
around. Like you see all these up here. I wonder if like they're just rattling around and making noise. That's the wheel arch lining. Yeah, that's what I could hear before when it was slowing down. I should have brought cable ties with me.
God damn it.
Damn it. It sounds horrendous. I'm gonna pull over and just make sure it is that. Oh, it snapped off. So we've lost a bit of wheel arch lining.
Yep.
Yep. But at least that eliminates one thing. So now we know that's not a noise. And I need to order a new driver side wheel arch lining. Sweet. Sweet, we're getting there. You know.
If in doubt, just snap it off.
Just rip it off on the road, yeah. So back from the test drive. Went fairly well, I think, all things considered. The driver side wheel arch lining came off, which you might have seen. Basically, the wheel arch lining goes all the way around here, and there's a bit at the bottom, which you're not going to be able to see at all, but there's a bit under there, basically, that attaches to the front bumper. Now, because I've not got all the under tray on yet, there wasn't all of the holes that it should attach to. So I just kind of wedged it up inside there and thought it would be fine. Turns out it wasn't fine. It kind of just got caught on the road and ripped itself off. So now I need to get a new driver's side wheel arch lining. I've already got a new passenger side one, as you can see. But yeah, other than that, it went pretty well. Like, there was a few weird little noises, but to be honest, it's hard to say whether they were there before or not. Until I've got everything back on, I'm just going to kind of ignore weird little rattles and things for now. But for the most part, yeah, it drove fine. The steering wheel you could let go of and it stayed in a straight line. It wasn't pulling to one side at all. Indicators are still flashing too fast, but that should be fine once I get the other indicators back in. Okay, so we've kind of taken a bit of a step backwards here because we've got the front bumper off again. And that's because this front stay bar, I think it's called, something like that, that catches on the bottom of the intercooler. Which then means the front bumper doesn't quite go on properly. Like, you can make it fit, which is what I did before, but it's not ideal. So I'm going to try and do that a bit more properly, basically. Other things that need doing, the oil cooler still needs mounting properly. That was just held on by tie wraps last time I drove it. And it's also leaking ever so slightly, just from around here. I mean, luckily it's not at the moment, but when you drive it, there's a little leak from there, which is not actually from the crash damage. That's just from me being an idiot and undoing this so that I can reroute some of the cables. So yeah, need to mount that properly, need to get the front bumper and the under tray on properly and hope they fit once we've filed this down a bit. Need to get the washer bottle in still, hook up all the pumps and motors and fluid lines and stuff that feed the headlight washers and the windscreen washer. Need to get the indicators and everything plugged in properly. And oh yeah, the carbon fibre cooling duct things arrived today, so that's cool. They look pretty nice. So still quite a few things to do, basically. And also, it's going to get the new bonnet and wing and front bumper and everything wrapped tomorrow. So I've not got much time to get this in roadworthy condition. Let's do this. So it's pretty much finished for what I can do at the moment. Different coloured headlight washers on either side. That's an optional extra. Carbon fibre brake cooling ducts that really don't fit very well at all. My experience so far with aftermarket carbon fibre bits has been pretty bad. On both sides there's quite a big gap there. So that's not ideal, but I'll have another go at that once it's wrapped, I guess, see if we can do a better job, but I spent quite a long time and that was the best I could do. Wheel arch linings are now in on both sides, headlights are in, indicators are in, they all work. So yeah, it's looking good. These seem to stick out further than they should do, so that's something I might have to revisit as well. Same on this side. So I've obviously got something slightly wrong there, but I always kind of expected that I was going to have to take the front bumper off again to finish a few little bits off. But yeah, I've spent like 7, 8, maybe 9 hours on this so far today. It's now about 10 o'clock at night, so I'm just going to go for a quick test drive, just make sure everything works alright. And then in the morning, I've got to take it to get wrapped, which is about an hour away, so I'm hoping it survives the journey. Okay, so it's the next day, as you can probably tell, and I'm on my way to Lincoln to get the car wrapped. I'm assuming it's going to make it there alright. I went for a quick test drive last night and it was all fine. I forgot how much I love the sound of this car as well. So yeah, I'm assuming I'll make it there fine. If I don't, then I'm sure you'll see the footage. I think we'll probably end this video here because the car's going to be away for a few days getting wrapped now. It's already probably like 10 minutes long, I think, this video. So I think we'll end this one here. We don't like to just split things up into separate videos just to get more views like a lot of channels do. But if it means it's going to be like another week or something before you get a video, then we'll pull this one out now rather than just having one really long video. And then we'll have another one, I guess, when it's all completely finished. There's the wrap to be done, obviously. Then there's replacing the oil cooler seal in the connector. There's one little thing I need to do with the washer bottle still, but for the most part that's in. And I think that's about it. So yeah, not too bad really, not too bad. Considering it's 3 weeks, almost to the day, of like a couple of days ago. So just over 3 weeks since the crash. And we're pretty much finished. Or we will be in a couple of days anyway, so I guess you could say 4 weeks really by the time everything's actually done. So yeah, assuming that I make it to the wrap place alright, that should be the end of this video. So we'll see you in the next one.